Hey guys, how you doing today? I wanted to give you an update on the 3 Anthuriums that I got from Ecuagenera on the Black Friday sale that they had. They are not doing too good at all. If you guys remember, those of you that watched that video, these came, it was in November, it was kind of warm, got chilly at night, got cold at night. But the plants arrived wet. All the leaves were soaking wet, which they have, as you can see, developed some fungal issues on the leaves themselves, and they look quite horrible. I have been treating them. Look at this. This is the newest leaf, the one that was coming up when I got it. Let me turn my light on, maybe. I don't know how long it's going to last. But this was the newest leaf. And you can see it all has, everything has damage. Everything. This one is the Forgetii white stripe. Whoops. It all has damage on it from them being wet and then being in the colder weather. I've ordered plants before from Ecuagenera when it's cooler, and they all were fine. But when they come and the leaves are wet, it is not a good idea. This one is my Anthurium Regal. You can see that she also has damage. I'm going to get rid of that pot. You can see she also has damage. It's all bacterial. Even the newer leaf. See the newer leaf? And then this one is my, I'm not going to be able to say this right, our GrowStar, whatever, however you say it. I'll put it up on the screen. You guys can figure the name out. But this is its newer leaf. The one that come out, it was in spike when I received it, and she does have some damage on the newer leaf. And then the older leaves, this one was ripped when I got it. I tore it off. This one still looks pretty clean, but you can see the bacterial. See it? You can always tell it's bacterial when it's brown and then it has a yellow ring around it. But I have been treating them, and I think it has pretty much slowed it down. I'm going to be treating it again, but what I want to do today is I want to check. Oops, oh well, there, I just made a huge mess that I didn't want to do, but I'm going to anyhow. But what I want to do is check the roots. And this one I can see the roots on the bottom. I have bigger pots ready to go for them. Anthuriums are pretty much like philodendrons, anything in the Aroid family. The bigger pot you give them, the more the roots are going to grow and the better leaf system you're going to have on them. Now, the Regal, this was my Forgetii that has roots coming out of the bottom. My Argustatum, however you say it, does not have roots coming out of the bottom, so I will not be checking her today. I think she's fine. But my Regal, I definitely want to check. I see no roots coming out, but I can see what I think are roots in the pot. But I'm going to be checking her first. I'll save the Forgetii, and then I'm going to be treating them again after I get done. I'm also going to be cleaning up some of the leaves, cutting some of this off. So I'm going to get my repotting container, take these out of their pots, and I'm kind of concerned about this one's roots, but I remember one of the root systems when I unboxed them, when I took them out of the soil that they were in, one of the root systems were smaller than the other. So, but I want to check them. I'm going to get my stuff, and we are going to look at roots today. Alrighty. I am going to go ahead and let's check on the Regal first. This one is kind of concerning. I don't know. We will find out. Yeah. Just what I was afraid of. The roots do not look good. Well, there are a few good ones in here. The bottom ones are smushy. They're all rotten, which is what I was afraid of. Especially since I did not see any new growth. I'm just kind of gently pulling the tips off with my fingers. That's rotten. Alright. I'm going to go in and I'm going to rinse these roots off really good. And then I'm going to make a decision on what to do with her. I may go ahead and put her in spag. Get a small container and put her in spag, but I want to get this all rinsed off. I'm going to go ahead and do the leaves and stuff too. I'm going to get rid of the soil because it does smell funny. I'm not going to reuse it. So let me go rinse her off. And you can see she does still have some good roots, so it's not a total loss. And this one did not have a great root system to begin with. So, alright, be back in a few. Alright guys, I got her all cleaned off. Cleaned the roots off really good. Cleaned off all the leaves. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut some of this bad leaves off where the bacteria is. I want to try to just, one, make the plant look better. And then I am going to spray it down with my solution. Very disappointing. But that does look a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and spray it down. I'll show you guys what I am using here. Alright, this is my spray that I use. This is a mixture of water, neem oil, soap, and a couple of drops of peppermint oil for spider mite. I have a few plants that have spider mites, but this will not hurt any of my other, no, it won't hurt. But the neem oil will help bacteria, the fungal growth, so I'm just going to spray her down. My sprayer is wonky. There we go. Spray her down really good. Back of the leaves, front of the leaves, stems. You want to keep shaking. I'm going to do the roots. Get those all really good. I already took off, there was a little bit of dry sheathing. The neem oil, I have had a lot of luck in the past with stopping any kind of bacterial or fungal issues. And I cut, well, I just pulled the ends of the rotten roots that were rotten. I pulled those all off. So what I'm going to do now is, I got this little jar. I'm going to go ahead, I decided to go ahead and grow her in spag. Because you can see, she does have a lot of new white root tips. See them? So I think she's going to be okay. But I'm going to go ahead and put her in spag in this little jar. I got just a little cup that I put some spag in with water. So I'm just going to bring this out, put this in lightly. You don't want to pack it, and you don't want it to be really sopping wet. So I'm just putting it in this jar really loose. And you could put in some perlite if you wanted to, but so I think what I'm going to do is just kind of pick her up, wrap the roots, and put her down in here. Get rid of that garbage. A lot of garbage in this bag that I bought last. So I'm just lightly putting that around her. I'm not packing it in. Need a little bit more on this side here. I guess that about right. There we go. So, one on the road to recovery. And that one, this one is my Regal. Of course, the one that, I mean, I wanted them all, obviously, or I wouldn't have bought them, but my Regal was my top purchase in that order. But I think she will be alright, because the roots that she has left looks good. The only thing really concerning is I do not see another growth point yet. But she's been through so much. I do not understand why the leaves came as wet as they did. It was almost like they sprayed them and then wrapped them up and threw them in a box. So, but with my neem oil solution, she should be, it does help. So if not, I got something a little bit stronger that I can use. I'm going to put a little bit more spag right there. And then I will keep an eye out on her roots, and we will go from there. I'll update you guys again in another month. Maybe we'll take her out and give her a look to see how her roots are and see if they're improving, which I'm pretty sure that they will. I'm hopeful, because she still has a really nice root system. So, alright, now let's look at the Forgetii. Now I'm going to get rid of this. I don't want anything to touch any of my other plants. I know her root system is good. I do have her a bigger pot to put her in, a deeper pot. So I am going to get another container for now until I can take this out and dump it and then get this all washed and sterilized. And we will check out the Forgetii. Alright guys, I got a different container. I'm going to dump this out. This is my Anthurium Forgetii white stripes. So disappointing when you buy plants, and especially when you're spending a pretty penny on them. See her roots coming out of the bottom there? I'm just gently pulling. I'm not going to, I'm not going to be pulling the dirt and soil. You can see her roots look really nice all the way around the maple here. She is a nice, healthy, she has a nice, healthy root system. I'm going to be putting her in this pot. It's a little bit longer, so it will give her a little while longer to root out. So I'm just going to, I got my soil down here, I'm going to just reach down. Let's see. Oh, well, ta-da. That will give her a little more growing room. I got an air pocket in there. I'm just trying to squeeze. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm just going to add a touch more around the top, not a whole lot. There we go. Don't want to get it too deep. You don't want to rat that crown out. Okay, and now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut more of the, I'm going to cut more of the fungal off of here. Now I sprayed my scissors down that I used on my last plant. I sprayed with the neem oil, so, okay, you want to cut above where the fungal issue is. So you want to go above it. And then it's not going to look pretty no matter what you do, but it is best to get off as much as you can. And you see this yellow spot right here. So I'm going to cut above and around it. See, there is a good shot of fungal issues. So that leaf is pretty good. There's still a little bit right here, but I'm not super concerned with it. And like right here, that leaf, you can see the yellow traveling. Oh, you can see the yellow traveling up this whole leaf. I'm trying to decide if I want to cut this whole leaf off or not, because it is spread way up there. I think I'll just kind of do this for now. That looks stupid, but I just feel better taking care of the issue, getting it cut off, because another good reason to cut off what you can is you're going to be able to tell if it is still spreading. My camera. I'm focusing on what I'm doing and not my camera angle. Sorry. And like this one right here. This is the newest one that she popped out. It was coming out when I got it. I think I'll just go ahead and do this. I feel so bad for doing this to this plant, but you know what? It is what it is. Here's another little yellow spot right here. I'm going to go ahead and just cut that out also. And then I am going to go ahead and once again, I'm going to use my neem oil and soap and peppermint, and I am just going to spray the heck out of this plant. Getting the backs, fronts, the stems. There. Oops. Now she is all sprayed off and ready to rock and roll. Where'd my tag go? Oh, here it is. And then I will have to water her after the video. Argestatum. I'm going to clean some of this dry sheathing off. This is such a pretty plant. I absolutely love. Oh, and by the way, you don't want to mess with plants that have fungal issues and then go touching a bunch of other plants, because you can spread it to your other plants if you're touching them. But I was going to say, I'm just going to pull that off. It can pull right off. I'm almost wondering if I should check this one's root system, but I'm not going to because of the fact that it just pushed up this new leaf. This is the new leaf that she pushed up, and she's got another leaf coming up right here. So that is a good sign that her root system is healthy. And this one was not in as bad of shape as my other two. So I'm going to wipe my scissors off. And then I'm going to spray down again, spray my scissors down with my neem oil solution. And then I'm just going to trim some of this bad. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut this leaf off. I'm going to cut it off right here and let her finish taking the nutrients down out of that stem. That's good. That leaf is come out perfect. These other two have a couple spots on them. I'm just going to, see the spots right here on the edge? I'm just going to cut that off. And then this one, I'm going to go ahead and just cutting above the fungus. I know it looks horrible, but it's just how I feel better about doing it. The plant is going to grow more leaves, so not to worry about that. Now I'm going to go ahead and spray her down again. I've been spraying these guys down for a couple weeks to try to stop the fungus from spreading on the leaves, and I haven't seen any more, you know, damage. So the neem oil does work, but if it doesn't, you know, or whatever you use, you know, use what you have. As long as you know if it works for you, and this works for me. I had a fungal issue on my Clarinervium a couple of years ago, and the neem oil did a great job. So, sorry, my puppies are making a buttload of racket. We'll check on these guys. Well, mostly my Regal, since it was having the worst issues. I will take her out and look at her again in about a month and see how her roots look. I am pretty hopeful for her because her root system does look nice. I will feel more comfortable when I see a new growth point come out. And this one too. This one has not had a new leaf pop out since I've had her. This one was the newest, the one that I mangled. But I was going to clean up my mess here on the table. But I decided I'm not going to because I have another plant I need to repot. So I will update you guys in about a month or so on the Regal. And I will let you go for now and talk to you later because I have to go play with puppies because they're getting insane right now. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Peace.